to my channel, So Shelley. It's nice to be back. I haven't done a video for about a month. I've been really busy this month with various bits and pieces. I've made 4 makes and I'm really pleased to say that I've got the couple of makes finished that I was hoping to do. So I'm going to be showing you those, and I just want to say that I've been to the Great British Sewing Bee live show this month at the Excel Centre, which I absolutely loved. It was really good show, and in fact I preferred it to all the other knitting and stitching shows that you get at Alexandra Palace and at Olympia, because it was just for sewers, and it was really lovely, and I really enjoyed meeting lots of the people there that I get inspiration from, like the Fold line. They had a really nice stand there, and also what was really lovely was that people were coming up to me and recognising me from my videos and saying hello. So hello to all of you again out there who came up and spoke to me. That was really nice. So yeah, it was a really good show, and I bought loads more fabric, so I will be doing another fabric haul video at some point, saying what my plans are going to be. But for this video I'm going to go through with some of the makes that I've been doing over the last month. So let's get started. So one of the things that I said I was going to be making, and I should have got finished probably back in July or August, was an Agnes top by Tilley and the Buttons in this lovely fabric, which I got from Timeless Fabrics in Milford on Sea in Hampshire. It's the most beautiful jersey fabric, and I've had a look on their website this morning and they've still got it. It is quite expensive. It's about £14 a metre. But once you see the quality of it, you'll realise why, because it really is a very nice quality stretch fabric. And I've sewn with quite a few stretch fabrics now, and I've found that the better the quality, the garment comes out so much better, and it washes so much better. So I'll just show it to you now. It's the, as I say, it's the Tilley and the Buttons, Agnes top, and I love these tops. They're really easy to make. I made this one with like almost, not a short sleeve, but a 3/4 sleeve. Yeah, and it's got lovely swans on it, and however, I did make a size which was too big for me. I've actually cut out 2 of the sizes, and I picked up the wrong size. I picked up a size 5 and I should have made a size 4, but nevertheless I'm still going to wear it, and it's just got it's just a little bit more roomy. I just happen to like my tops like this a little bit more fitted. So, you know, it was a very easy make to make. I love her patterns. They're really easy to follow. The garment probably only took me a couple of hours to make. It's a really quick make, which I love, and her instructions are great. I find the most difficult part of this pattern is actually attaching the neck, the little neckline facing the, well, not the facing, the actual neckline that's got to go on the stretch neck part. A really good video to watch is from Lauren Guthrie. She's got a video on YouTube showing you how to attach these stretchy necklines, and I'd recommend watching that before you actually do it, because it can be a little bit tricky, because you've really got to make the neckline quite a bit smaller than what they say and stretch it out so that it sits flat, and mine's sitting really nicely. And that's just from watching her video actually showing me how to do it. So I am really pleased with it, and it's so comfortable to wear. I do like the way the neckline scoops down. I don't like necklines too high, and I love this one. And yeah, I just really like it. Another thing I did was I've had an experience where you're doing the hemline of jersey fabric, it can sometimes stretch out when you're doing it and you get like a wobbly hem. So what I've done is I've put some interfacing, like a small seam of interfacing all the way around, to stabilise it before I actually sew it, and I found that that really helps when you're sewing a jersey hemline to stop it from actually stretching out. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this one, and I'm glad that I finally got it done. And obviously I will be making lots more because they're so simple to make and really versatile. I think the next one I'm going to make is going to be another long sleeve one for the winter. So yeah, so that's the Tilley and the Buttons Agnes top, and I'll just get changed and show you the next one. Okay, so I got distracted again, and for those of you that know me, you know that I often find patterns in the month and I think, oh, I'm going to stop what I'm doing and have a go at another pattern, and this was one of them, and I'm so pleased I did. I don't have any blouses or shirts or anything like that in my wardrobe. I'm just not really one for blouses, but I've been seeing people wearing the Sewoverit Pussy Bow Blouse, and I thought, you know what, that would be quite nice for work, and I thought I'd have a go at it, and I'm really pleased that I did. I absolutely love this pattern, and I'm going to be making some more of these shirts because they're so comfortable to wear and actually quite easy to do. I wouldn't say for beginners because there are quite a few techniques in it. One of them being something called a rouleau loop, which you make to put on the cuff of your buttons. It's just like a little loop there. Now, I'd never ever heard of these before, rouleau loops, and the Sewoverit pattern tells you to make it out of bias binding. Well, I actually made one out of bias binding and thought it was too thick, so then what I did was I made my own little bias strip out of the fabric that I've made the shirt out of, and made the rouleau loop out of that, and I'm really pleased I did because it matches much better in with the actual with the garment. So I'll just show it to you. I'm really pleased with it. It's a nice length just below your hips, and it's quite roomy. I made the size 10, and I love the way it drapes. This is a lovely drapey fabric. I got the fabric from Garni & Garni, Lauren Guthrie's site, and I've had a look on there this morning, and unfortunately I can't see it on her site anymore. I've had the fabric for quite a long time and was wondering what to do with it, but I think that if you probably go onto Google and look around for it, flamingo fabric on a navy blue fabric, you might find it somewhere else. So, but it's a really lovely soft cotton, maybe a cotton lawn, I'm not absolutely sure. But what I love about it, I love the way the cuffs are done, because with this little gathering around the cuff and these little cuffs that get put onto it here, I don't know if you can see that. I was really pleased with those, and I like it because normally I don't attempt anything like that. I just do straight hemming on a sleeve cuff. So yeah, I love it. I'd say one of the most trickiest parts for this was actually attaching the tie for the pussy bow bit. I wasn't absolutely sure where I needed to stop attaching it, whether it went all the way round or whether I had to stop attaching it about here, and I actually got a bit confused with that, so I emailed Sewoverit and they told me that you have to actually stop probably about an inch up, and then when you tie it together you've got a little gap underneath which you don't notice. But I actually, for this one, I've taken the tie and gone all the way to where it meets the seam at the front. It's okay, I mean you can't notice underneath it, but it's not really tidy. I don't know if you can see that, it's not a really tidy fit because I didn't do it correctly. So, but yeah, so one of the most difficult things was actually attaching this bow, is what I felt anyway. So as I said, I don't think it's for beginners really, this pattern. I think you need a little bit more of dressmaking experience to be able to do it. Although, having said that, the rest of it was pretty simple. The actual putting together of the bodice part was pretty simple. So yeah, so probably an advanced beginner, someone like that could actually attempt this. But I'll definitely be making some more. As I said, I really do like it. I like the way it sits. I like the way that it's not too tight around your body either, and it's just got a really nice feel to it, and the fabric's nice. And what I particularly like about this shirt pattern is that you haven't got to put any buttons down the front, because you actually sew up the seam on the front and just put the shirt on over your head. So yeah, it was okay. Not as quick as I thought it was going to be to make it, especially because of this pussy bow part here, which was what I was finding quite tricky. So it probably took me probably about 8 hours to make it. But I think next time I make it, it will probably be quite a bit shorter because I know what I'm doing now. So, but I'm really pleased with it. So this was one of the ones that I went off piste, if you like, and decided to do in the middle of what I had planned to make. But I'm really pleased that I do, and I've got some other fabrics which I've got in my stash which I think will make perfect pussy bow blouses. So I'm definitely going to make some more. So yeah, have a go if you're an intermediate dressmaker or an advanced beginner. It really is a very nice pattern. So I'm going to show you the next one now. Just bear with me and I'll just get changed. Okay, so for my next pattern, I've been wanting to make this for a really long time because I've been seeing so many people making it and telling you how easy it is to do. And I have to say, it really is a really easy pattern. And it's the Seamwork Astoria pattern. And I thought I'd have a go. I've been watching quite a few videos with people making it, and some people have put some tutorials on how to make it. And I had left over in my stash from an outfit I made ages ago, just some plain black Ponte Roma fabric. I mean, I know it's a bit boring, plain black, but actually it's a real staple because obviously it goes with everything. And I've got some skirts and that I'd like a little plain black top to go with. The only thing I would say about this pattern is it does come up very short, so it's probably best worn with something that's quite high-waisted, like a high-waisted skirt or a high-waisted pair of trousers. For me, I feel it's a little bit too short, although it will probably be okay over a skirt. But I think next time I make it, I might just make it a little bit longer. But it's a lovely pattern, really simple to make. And as I say, I've just made it in this plain black Ponte Roma, which you can get anywhere. And I think I may have got this one from Minerva Crafts, but it was a long time ago. So to be honest, I can't remember. But for the fabrics that I know where I did get them from, I'll pop a link below for you. I made it in the full-length sleeve version. You can make it in 3/4 or just a short tee, whatever you want to do. And I like it. I mean, I will make them again, and as I say, I'll make it a little bit longer. So as you can see, I've just got it on with some high-waisted tracksuit bottoms, but it is quite short. It's got quite a thick waistband as well, and it does sit quite... Well, it sits on your waist, I think, really. So I'm pleased with it. It's a nice fit, and it's lovely to wear. It's comfortable. There you go. Yeah. And there's nothing really much more to say on it, really. I mean, it was easy to do. Again, it was this stretchy neckband that you had to put on. And again, I used the techniques that I watched from Lauren Guthrie's video to help me do that. But it was really easy to follow. It is actually a PDF pattern, so you've got to download the pattern and put it together. But that wasn't too difficult to do. And that's it, really. There's not a lot more I can say about it. I will make them again, probably in some different fabrics. I think it probably works best with something like a Ponte, a heavier jersey, but I'm sure you can make it with a softer jersey. But anyway, I like it, and I'm definitely going to make them again. Yeah, so have a go at this one. Anybody that's a beginner, it's really quite easy to do, and the instructions are really easy to follow. So I think it's a good staple pattern to have in your pattern stash. So yeah, have a go. I really like this one. I'm going to now put on the last one for you, which is something I said that I was going to make, and it's the Sewoverit vintage shirt dress, and I'll just pop that on now. Okay, so I made the Sewoverit vintage shirt dress in this absolutely beautiful fabric that's got flamingos on it, and I bought this fabric again in Timeless Fabrics in Milford on Sea in the New Forest. I absolutely love the fabric. It's just a cotton, a nice cotton, fairly drapey fabric, and it's perfect for this shirt dress. I have to say that this is one of the trickiest patterns from Sewoverit that I've actually tried to make. I did have some issues with it, especially attaching the placket bit with this part of the collar which goes down to put on the buttons. I found that a little bit tricky to understand, but I did it eventually because I'm obviously a little bit experienced in dressmaking, but I did it. And it took me a few days to do it. I did a few hours, then I stopped, and another few hours and I stopped. But I've had a bit of a disaster with it because I got to the end of the pattern and then realised that I'd still got my collar left and I hadn't put the collar on, and I'd sewn the whole pattern without attaching the collar. I mean, you can see here there's no collar. I mean, actually, because my hair's fairly long, it doesn't, you can't really notice it, so it doesn't look too bad, but it was a bit of a disaster, yeah. So I found I was a bit upset after it taken me all that time and all this lovely fabric, and I'd forgotten to attach the collar. But nevertheless, there were quite a few tricky parts to it. The sleeves, obviously, that's always something tricky to put in if you're not familiar with sleeves, and just a few little bits and pieces where I found that I was trying to really think about what the pattern was saying. So I definitely wouldn't recommend this pattern for beginners. It's definitely for somebody who's more advanced and understands a few more dressmaking techniques. So I made it in the size that I thought I was, and actually it came out a little bit too big, so I've had to put a belt round it. I'll just show you what the whole dress looks like. Okay, so let me just zoom out on my camera and then hopefully you'll be able to see it a bit better. So this is the dress, and as you can see I've put a belt around the middle of it, which actually looks quite nice. It's quite full on the bottom and goes in at the waist, and it's just a really nice shirt dress. The thing that I did was, though, I've put poppers all down the front for the snaps. You know how much I love my snaps. I've put snaps all the way down the front instead of buttons. Number one, because I'm lazy at making buttonholes, and number two, because I love snaps, and I thought, and the colour that I had matches really nice. You've got to be really careful that you line up with the placket where the actual buttons go with regards to the hole. So where I put the snaps, I had to make sure that it all lined up. So that was a little bit of measuring, a bit tricky, but overall I really do like it. It's not something that I would normally make or normally wear. I do think it is vintage, so it's really great for those people that love vintage. I'm not sure whether I'd make it again. To be honest, I don't really know where I'm going to wear this one. I don't know whether it's for summer or winter. I mean, I don't know whether I could wear boots, like black boots and tights with it. What do you think? Do you think black boots and tights would look okay? Possibly. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure I would actually make it again, but we'll see. We'll see. But you know, it was a challenging pattern, and you do learn a lot from making it. But I would definitely recommend it. So I'm glad I got it done, because I've been meaning to do it through the whole summer. And those of you that see my previous videos would know that I got the fabric at the beginning of the summer. I've been wanting to use it. So yeah. So I am really pleased with it, but I'm just not sure it's me. I'm not sure it really suits me, to be honest. I don't know. And also maybe because the collar's missing. I don't know. But for any of those that love vintage patterns, you'll love it. So yeah. So definitely give it a go if you like a shirt dress. It is, again, I mean, the patterns. The instructions on the pattern are really good. It's probably just my interpretation of trying to work out what it said. I don't think it was anything to do with how the pattern was written. It's just that from my experience of dressmaking, I just am not making one of these like collared plackets where the buttons go down before. It just threw me a little bit. So, but other than that, yeah, I mean, putting together the bodice with the skirt, that was all you know, your normal putting it together. That was simple enough. Sewing up the side seams. So, but yeah, but what I really love is this fabric. So, and it's still available. I've checked this morning. It's still available on Timeless Fabrics website. So yeah, so they are all my makes that I've done this month, and I'm so pleased I got the 2 done that I said I was going to do. I have got loads more fabric. I cannot stop buying fabric, especially at this Sewing Bee show. It was just fabric heaven, and I've bought loads more fabric. I've got it in my stash, and I've got some more plans of things that I want to make with it, and I'll come to you with another plans video shortly, showing you the fabrics I've got. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at what I've made. I've really enjoyed myself making all of these patterns, and yeah, give them a go. So thanks again for watching, and for all your for all the subscribers. I've got over 700 subscribers now, which I cannot believe, to be honest. And thank you for all your lovely comments. I'm getting some really, really lovely comments. So if you'd like to see more videos like this and you haven't yet subscribed, or if there's anything you'd like to see me teach you how to do, I have had some requests for some tutorials. So hopefully I'll be doing some more tutorials soon as well. Then please let me know. It'll be really lovely to hear from you, and I do love hearing all your comments. So thanks again for watching, and hopefully I'll see you all again soon. Take care for now. Bye-bye. Bye.